Another hair experiment, Artic Fox hair color, and relighten it with the blonded up harsher chemicals in this box dye to color my hair, but getting the same results as a semi-permanent dye. Ta-da! We got some yellow root. Yeah, I don't know. What does it say? I thought it said it on here. Your hair is not where it's at. It is not luxurious. It is not like flowing in the wind. My hair is super thick, helpful in keeping the health of what I started with, okay? Which wasn't much. So Aldi isn't like your hair care essential, you know, stop. As a disclaimer, I don't know anything. I literally don't know anything. I don't know. I feel like this is an ad, but this is just me talking awkwardly. This is so fun. This should not be this exciting. You know when you were a kid and you used to make like potions? Did anybody else do that? That's what this feels like, except I'm an adult now and I can just do whatever I want, you know? Ta-da! Hi guys, and welcome back to somewhat of another hair experiment. So a couple months ago, I posted a video of turning my hair blue. So it turned out more of a silvery mermaid blue. Loved it so much. I have continued to color it over these last couple months, but I keep seeing this Artic Fox hair color. It keeps coming up in my timelines. It keeps reminding me that it exists, and it is a semi-permanent. I'm sure some of you are very familiar with the brand if you use it, but it keeps popping up and showing me that it's not only a semi-permanent, but it's a very conditioning hair coloring option. So what I'm finding out is this is the color. I have an extra box of it because I actually stocked up, but this was the original color I used from L'Oreal. It is absolutely wonderful. I have no issues with it other than obviously it is high maintenance to keep it blue. It does fade out fairly quickly to silver, which is also fine. I'm not mad about it. I'm just looking for something that might fade a little differently. So I ordered myself some different colors of the Artic Fox. I'll show you those. Those actually get here today. I don't have them yet. So my first step in the process is again lightening my hair. I have a lot of like regrowth, which is pretty much I slept in these, that's why my hair looks like this. But I have a lot of root regrowth, which doesn't look bad, I don't think, at all. I am just looking to like refresh everything. So in my other video, I said I was not going to lighten it again, but I think I'm going to go ahead and relighten it. It does have a lot of oil in it too, so it looks like this is not cute. But we're going to go ahead, step one, and relighten it with the blonded up. This part is the experiment also because I do have a lot of like blue and silver left in my hair from the last time I dyed it. So it could turn green. That was the worry last time. It didn't turn green last time, but I also feel like it wasn't this blue. So we're just going to figure this out. We're going to do the first step, which is the blonded up. I don't think my hair is dry. Obviously, it looks insane right now because this isn't like how I would wear my hair. My hair has maintained its health through this whole like coloring process. Like I said, I'm just looking for something that fades a little differently because it will wash out over time, same as the box dye. Even though the box dye has been permanent, it still washes out. So I feel like that's why I'm leaning more towards the semi-permanent anyway, because I'm using harsher chemicals in this box dye to color my hair, but getting the same results as a semi-permanent dye. So I lost my train of thought because I'm rambling, which is nothing new. But first step, let's get my hair to a different starting shade. And we don't know what shade that's going to be. So we're going to start with step 1. When my other colors come in today, hopefully today, they stay on time, because if not, I'm just going to have this like a strange blonde color until they get here. Then we're going to mix up that's another thing I didn't mention, which I would have when it came, is I bought three different bottles of this Arctic Fox, and they're all purple and blue based for the tone that I'm looking for. But I also bought a diluter, which is like white shimmery, I guess. I don't really know, based off, I watched this off of another YouTube video also, so this is 100% winging it. But I'm hoping to mix like my own custom shade with this Arctic Fox, which I'll show you that. But let's get started with the blonde, so I just like stop talking. Ta-da! We got some yellow roots, like bright yellow roots, and that's okay. We want that. The shampoo or the hair dye that's coming is very purple and blue based, so it should balance out all the yellow in there other than the purple shampoo I've already used. I have let it air dry. I braided it out of the way and pinned my bangs back so that I can just wait for the, you know, the other set of hair dye. But I did want to check in, obviously, to show you the color result, which I don't know what the back really looks like. I did braid it, and I haven't looked back there, so I don't know how scary that looks. But it's very like silvery toned too because of the purple shampoo. But speaking of shampoo, I just wanted to put these like products out that I use, not because for any reason other than if you have thin hair, these products, or you have color treated hair, these products have worked miracles, like keeping my damage to a minimal. Like I've had no issues with breakage. My hair's not like falling out. I don't feel like it's dry by any means. So I started using, I had first started with the conditioner. I bought this just as like a deep conditioning treatment. It's from Heritage. It's pretty affordable. Based on some conditioners and shampoos cost like $50. So this is a very manageable price, I feel like. I bought the conditioner, tried that out, really, really liked the conditioner. So I then bought the shampoo. And this feels like you are just washing moisture into your hair. I have actually never really used a shampoo that is this conditioning and makes your hair clean. Like it doesn't feel weighed down. I have a real big issue with my hair being so thin that I come across products that are supposed to be moisturizing, but they weigh my hair down because I don't have like a ton of hair. I have very thin based hair. So, finding products, I don't know if anybody else struggles with that, finding a product that is lightweight. So that has been incredible, and those are newer purchases. But I also, in the like whole hair coloring, you know, doing different things with my hair, have used, I'm on my second bottle of this. This wasn't just because I colored my hair. This was for an all-in-one. I bought this, it's Dove. It is, what, a serum? Yeah, it's a serum, and it does 10 different things. It's kind of like that, it's like a dupe almost of that hair care brand. I don't even know what the hair care brand is. But anyway, it lists a bunch of benefits. Man, what is that hair care brand? Anyway, it's pretty pricey, that hair care brand is, so I guess Dove made like a dupe of it. This is my second bottle of this serum. So I use this every time I get out of the shower. If I know I'm going to style my hair with any type of heat, this has a built-in heat protectant for up to... yeah, I don't know. What does it say? I thought it said it on here. I want to say it was like up to 350, if not 400 degrees. Maybe that was on a different product. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is this stuff is awesome. I would highly recommend this, especially if you have fine hair. It takes such a little amount of this product. Then another super affordable one I've been using while coloring and or heat treatment, whatever you do to your hair. If you're just worried about breakage and you're trying to grow it out, these products have been amazing for me. But I use this Aussie from, yeah, it's from Aussie, a Miracle Repair Serum. This stuff smells incredible. It is like $4 at any store you go to pretty much, and it does not weigh your hair down. I literally cannot stand that. I can't stand washing my hair. Like, it's hair wash day. You're gonna wash your hair, then you're gonna put your products in, and then when you go to style it, all of your products have dried and your hair is like just not cute. I can't explain it. If anybody else has that issue, comment about it, because I cannot tell you how many... See, my hair is like slipping out of this rubber band. I just feel like I have not caused a lot of damage. Now, do I have... Keep this in mind, because somebody could see my hair and be like, your hair is not where it's at. And I understand that, but I am coming from a super thin hair idea in the first place. Like, my hair is not thick. It is not luxurious. It is not like flowing in the wind. My hair is super thin and fragile, and I know this. So all I'm trying to say is these products have been very helpful in keeping the health of what I started with, okay, which wasn't much. So if anybody also has any hair care recommendation... Oh, let me show you this too really quick. Hold on, I was just thinking about this. So I hope you can hear me from in there. I'm just like on a rant, I guess, about hair care, but if you use any type of hair oil, so I bought this, it's covered in the oil, that's gross, but this is apparently a dupe also for like some type of $40 hair, let me get the brand in there. It's like a $40 hair oil. I don't know who is paying $40 for hair oil, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I am not paying $40 for hair oil. I could never do that, and maybe I'm missing out, I'm not sure, but this is supposed to be a dupe. So this is my like daily hair oil that I use when I get done styling it. And it's very lightweight. It smells like a dream. It's so nice. But, oh, and I also got this at Aldi, okay? I picked this up because it was like $4. I know Aldi isn't like your hair care essential, you know, stop. But I picked this up because it was $4. So I was like, okay, $4 hair oil, who cares? Then I came home and I started reading about it, and it's apparently a $40 dupe of a hair oil. I don't know, but I have nothing bad to say about this. I'm clearly been using it very much. So also, I got on just Amazon for hair growth, and like when I sleep, this is a much heavier oil. So when I unbraided my hair this morning, also I meant to say that hair oil, I don't have any of that in right now. So if my ends do look a little dry, it's because I didn't pack oil into my hair since I'm getting ready to add hair color. I don't want to create like that boundary for the hair color to seep in on. But anyway, that was a random thought. I bought this castor oil, which I've made a pretty good dent in it so far. I just got this like a couple weeks ago, pretty much. And it promotes hair growth, keeps breakage, you know, all that at, you know, less than. But I sleep in this on the night before I know I'm going to wash my hair or do some type of, you know, like I need some type of conditioning treatment. So I have been, you know, dousing from like my mid to the ends of my hair. I feel like I'm not talking very clearly, but my thoughts are like going 100 miles an hour. Anyway, I do my mid to ends with this, braid it, and then you can also use this on your scalp to, like, if you use the hair scalp massager things, you can put this on your hair, or you don't need a scalp massager. You can just massage it into your scalp, which I've done that in the past as well, just to like keep your hair healthy and growing. Also vitamins, all these things. Also, as a disclaimer, I don't know anything. I literally don't know anything. I don't know anything more about hair care than like trying things out and seeing what works for me. I just thought I would share this information if, you know, anybody was like looking for inexpensive products, or you've dyed your hair recently blue or whatever color and you do have damage. These products have been super helpful, and they are all very affordable, which I think should be the number 1 concept on anything you're using for your hair. It should be affordable. So if anybody has any suggestions, I will stop ranting. I have so many more hair care products I could even show you that I really do love, like deep masks. And I actually just bought a new packet from Palmer. And if I had caused like a significant amount of damage, which I have, like my hair feels so good right now. If I had caused a bunch of damage, I was going to need to use that, and I didn't need to use that. But anyway, leave any recommendations and I'll stop talking about this. It's here, and it's only like 3 o'clock. So it came at a really good time. I'm going to show you the colors. Yeah, I'm going to show you the colors first. I ended up getting Periwinkle from Artic Fox. That's the brand that I mentioned. Girls Night. And then I got the Artic Mist Diluter. For this, it comes with some paper work, which was pretty cool. I ordered this from Walmart, but they sell it on Amazon. It just came out a little cheaper if I did it through Walmart. I only ordered a small one of the Girls Night because they didn't have the big one in stock. And I'm going for the more blue tone anyway, so I'm only planning on adding a little bit of purple. But what I was gonna say is this diluter comes with like a little paper that tells you, you know, this doesn't lighten your hair, add anything to it. It just is meant to be mixed, it says, with colors to create a custom shade. So hopefully, from what I've seen watching others' videos of this exact color combination, so if you guys are interested, there are plenty of other videos on this as well, which is why I'm here trying this, because I've watched others' videos. But it was the exact combination of the Periwinkle, the Girls Night, and then this diluter. Now, I don't know how much of a difference this is going to make for my base hair color. A lot of these women had, you know, a very blonde base. So once again, as I always say, this is just trial and error. But then it also sent, you know, the instructions for your hair color. And I love it because it says, Artic Fox hair color will not damage your hair. Has added conditioners in it. So it advises you that you can leave it on for a half hour up to 4 hours. And all you're doing is conditioning your hair while depositing the color. So this is so exciting, because if I can get the same exact results with, you know, something that's less harsh on my hair, this is going to be like just such a change for my routine right now of like keeping my hair up, basically. So I am going to show you an overhead of mixing this color. Then, and I have no method to this, we're gonna just dump until I get a color that I'm happy with. Then I'm going to apply it, rinse it, all the things. I'm planning on leaving it in for about an hour is my idea right now, but I'll see what it looks like in an hour and we'll either leave it in or rinse it. And then at some point, whether it's later today or tomorrow, I'm gonna show you the results. So I'm so excited, but we have to start with mixing the color. I have my bowl and it says to start with the diluter first, but I don't want to do that. So we're going to start with the main color that I want my hair to be, which is the Periwinkle. So we're just going to do this. Okay. I really don't know how much would... I guess I can kind of gauge like off what would come in a box dye. It only takes one box dye to color my hair with because like I ranted about earlier, my hair is so thin. So next, no, I don't want to do the diluter. Next, I'm gonna do the girls' night out. And we'll add some purple, which should also be really good for the blonde, the like yellow. I don't know if that's being washed out by the light. Obviously I'm not in my normal setting too. Like this has been the weirdest setup of a video. I'm not in my office. I'm just in my bedroom because it's by my bathroom where I would normally do these things. So I just added some girls' night. We started with Periwinkle and now we're gonna add the Artic Mist Diluter. I feel like this is an ad, but this is just me talking awkwardly. All right, so we're gonna put some diluter in there because we want a very like mystical mermaid magic type hair color. This is so fun. This should not be this exciting, but it actually is. Okay, so say it's still pretty blue. This is just like, you know when you were a kid and you used to make like potions? Did anybody else do that? That's what this feels like, except I'm an adult now and I can just do whatever I want, you know? We'll add more of this. Okay. Ew, it sounds so gross. Okay, it's very bluish. I added a little more purple, a little more diluter. I'm gonna say this is good. I'm not gonna keep adding to it. So we'll start with this color, or well, this is the color. We're not gonna just start with it. But also, just a tip, I wish I could remember the video because it was the most helpful information. So somebody questioned what the girl that I was watching did with all of this extra hair dye. Like, why do you mix so much hair dye? What a waste, right? And so she was super awesome and she addressed it and was like, hey, I overmix because, you know, I'd rather have the right amount than not enough. But what I do with the remainder is I bottle it and I use it in the shower. So she adds it to like her conditioner, I believe she said, or uses it as a conditioner and makes the rest of it useful, is what I'm trying to say, basically. So I will keep that in mind because you don't have to toss the rest of this, apparently. You just put it up for storage and then reuse it. I mean, it's the same concept as like, I'm not going to toss this whole bottle just because it's open. It's the same thing. Just rebottle the custom color and then reapply it, you know, at a later date or in the shower. So anyway, I'm going to, I hope that's showing up like as, this is very similar to what that box dye looks like that I was already using. So I don't know, we're going to see. We're just going to throw it on here. wait at least an hour, and then I'll show you the results. And this is so exciting. Ta-da! This stuff is amazing. I am so impressed with the deposit of the color. It is semi-permanent. I mean, it looks better than the box dye I used prior. I am kind of shocked. I mean, I didn't expect it to be bad by any means, but just like, where was this for the last 2 months? I am so happy with it. I left the color in for about 2.5 hours. I rinsed the color. I did not shampoo it again because I had done that prior when I used the lightener. So this has just the conditioning from the color itself and a little bit of oil. Like, I added a little bit of oil. My hair feels great. I think the color is just like, I'm honestly just blown away. It is exactly what I wanted. Here's the back. If that's in frame, I imagine it is. It is, again, silver in the back, more than in the front. I have previously lightened my pieces once more in the front than I had ever done in the back, because this started as like money pieces, highlighting, face framing, you know, concept, and now I've added in all over color. It is just, I would highly recommend it. It will wash out. I will start to get, probably I can imagine in about a week or two, I will start to get the silvery, white, lavender. It's just going to be so cool to watch, which is why I really like this color, because it starts as this, which I think is beautiful, but it also fades out beautiful. So when I do think about doing a touch-up, it's not because I don't like the color and where it's at. It's because I just want it to be more vibrant. So also, I use the diluter. I don't know if I really touched on this. So that periwinkle and the girls' night would come out so much bolder, like a brighter blue, a more saturated blue, if I had not added the diluter. But I don't think I can pull that off personally. So I like the more washed out, fairy, magical, like mystical hair look. I just love that. I just love it. I mean, I could talk about it all day. So I'm super happy with it. I honestly don't have any complaints. I mean, it conditioned my hair. My hair feels amazing. I got the same results, if not better, from the semi-permanent than my permanent, because like I said, I was using the permanent dye and it was washing out and fading just as quickly as the semi-permanent would anyway. So this will just have all those added benefits of the conditioning treatment. So I don't know, comment down below, would this color work for you? Is this the worst color you've ever seen? Would you prefer more saturated? I am just so happy with it. By the way, I did not wear it down. I am obsessed with these braids right now. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 days a week that my hair is not braided. I am and have always been obsessed with Wednesday Addams, which, by the way, if you guys haven't watched the second season, I would highly recommend watching the second season. It was so good. But it just gives like a Wednesday Addams look. It's messy. It's so fun. So I guess technically I could have wore my hair down for the, like, out and down for the video, but I was already up and ready for the day. And I think the color is showing through pretty well. Underneath is blue. My roots, by the way, touched up so good because I had, like, I guess hot roots is what they call it, where they're a lot brighter than the rest of your hair. After, before I colored and then after, I took both a before and after photo, and I cannot believe how blonde my hair was yesterday. So I'll put that in after this part. But if you watched the whole video, once again, as always, I cannot thank you enough for your time, for being here, for commenting, liking, I don't know, clicking on my face to begin with. Whatever brought you here, I am so happy to have you. I'm so thankful that you're here, and I appreciate you and your time, because you could be watching anything. I just know what it is to watch YouTube. I know why you pick a video, what makes you watch it, what you're doing in your downtime to be here in the first place. So, thank you. And I will see you guys on next week's video.